I'm Mayor Bob Doobie, or Coach, as known by my former students and fellow teachers from RISD, where I spent 40 years in education and athletics. During my time, I've learned many lessons about what it takes to succeed both on and off the field. And I'm proud to say Richardson is a star among the many players that make up the Metroplex. We have our eye on the future, placing a strong emphasis on a comprehensive evaluation of neighborhoods, business sectors, and transportation corridors. We are also focused on the near term with new strategies aimed at meaningful change within the next few years. And we are marching forward with the design and construction of a new city hall that will be the center point of future community engagement and events. Our continued success in these and many other areas make us outliers in North Texas.
A pillar of our success is the strength of our neighborhoods, which rest on a foundation of exceptional municipal services. Core among them are the safety and security provided by our police, fire, and other first responders. They stand ready to answer the call, making Richardson an outlier in emergency services.
We are also outliers in our access to exceptional education. Richardson is one of the few cities in the nation where you can go from preschool to PhD all in the same city. And you can do so on STEAM-focused campuses, ranked among the best in the region, state, and nation.
An educated workforce attracts business and industry, and we serve as home to some of the most sought-after employers in the world. They come here thanks in part to us being an outlier in our ability to work at the speed of business, through our permitting and other processes designed to be easy to understand and use. In doing so, we create a place for success that attracts high-tech and other industries that offer economic mobility to everyone who calls Richardson home.
Being an outlier also means creating a system of support for community amenities. We are growing our investments in cultural arts, supporting local theater and other groups. We have new improvements coming to our award-winning Sherrill Park Golf Course, and the Cottonwood and Wildflower Festivals continue to serve as signature events that make Richardson a place of choice for home and work.
Of course, one of the amenities people appreciate most daily are our investments in recreation. We continue to renovate playgrounds, enhance parks, and expand trails that connect our entire community. This supports our small town feel that makes us stand as outliers in a metropolitan area of nearly 8 million people.
And investments in infrastructure continues to be a key concentration as we build budgets for road repairs, new sidewalks, and alley reconstruction. We're allocating record levels of support in these and other areas while also maintaining our tax rate and AAA bond rating. These metrics make us an outlier, not just among our peers, but among cities and even countries worldwide.
Our community is doing all this together through the support of community leaders, nonprofits, houses of worship, and other institutions that make Richardson an outlier. It makes me proud to call Richardson home, and it's our privilege to bring these stories of success to you in this year's State of the City address.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome for Richardson Mayor Bob Doobie.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be with you to present our annual State of the City address. This is a valuable opportunity for the council and I to connect with you and report on our past year's progress on programs, projects, and services. And it's also an important time to share our vision for Richardson's future. As you may have already noticed, this year's theme is that of being an outliers. Outliers significantly differ from the majority. Let me say that again. Outliers significantly differ from the majority. After tonight, we hope you agree Richardson is an outlier. We hope you see it in our daily service, We hope you experience it through our festivals and our other signature projects. And we hope you feel it through every encounter you have in our community. Before we begin, those of you familiar with this event will notice a few changes. For starters, normally we take the first few minutes to recognize the many groups and individuals who take part in progressing our community. We will still do so, but those recognitions will be spread out as we tell the story of last year's accomplishments. Also, one of my goals has been to provide more opportunities for my fellow council members to be involved in sharing the spotlight. That is important for me because we are all elected at large, and we work together as a team for the betterment of the entire community. So tonight, you will hear directly from each of my fellow council members as they share this stage to bring you these updates. And I hope you find this a welcome change. And with that in mind, let's begin. Our most significant development this past year is the creation and approval of our statement of goals. This is saying a lot when you consider last year we launched some big projects. We worked to update our comprehensive master plan began last June. Plus, a few months ago, our city hall and library moved into a new temporary space. And we also started designing a new city hall. All those are important, but the city council's primary role is to make decisions that impact our community's short and long-term interests. That's why the adoption of our statement of goals is forefront of our presentation tonight. The statement of goals is a document that has led Richardson's work plan for more than 30 years. It's a living document that doesn't dramatically change at each revision and provides equal importance to each area of focus. This year we define our goals as the following: to effectively, efficiently, and transparently manage resources while maintaining and enhancing service. To have everyone choose Richardson as the best place to locate, contribute, and engage. To have clear, effective, efficient, continuously improved, and consistently applied processes and policies to make it easy for people to interact with their government. And to have well-trained, engaged, and innovative employees who deliver an exceptional customer experience while working in a safe, inclusive, and equitable environment. We have adopted these goals as the foundation to set the course for our future. We have also developed 13 key strategies to achieve them. Don't worry, I'm not going to read them all to you, but anyway. But as they appear on the screen behind me, know that work is already underway on these initiatives. And by this time next year, we look forward to updating you on our continued progress. About this time next year, we will also be complete with our work updating our comprehensive plan called Envision Richardson. The update serves as a long-term guide for development and growth. Its primary purpose is to help us make informed decisions on future land uses, for things like office buildings or housing developments. It also helps us prepare for essential infrastructure needs like roads, water lines, public transportation. It outlines strategies for economic development to promote job growth and stability. And it even helps us plan for future parks and recreation needs. Comprehensive plans of past generations have led to such developments as City Line, the redevelopment of our downtown area, now known as the Core District, and made possible our regional hike and bike trail connections that span more than 50 miles in Richardson alone. This type of planning has helped us achieve all we have today, which is why the comprehensive plan is without a doubt a vital tool for charting a course for our future. This is why we have been working with you to help its development. This past year, we held a series of public meetings, open houses, and online surveys. We also held workshops, created a community ambassador team, and kept the community informed about these opportunities and our progress. Tonight is another opportunity to keep you updated. And if you're just now learning about this project, we invite you to stay informed at envisionrichardson.com. We have about another year's worth of work to do, so be on the lookout for more public meetings and opportunities to add your voice to the future of our community. Rounding out top topics for you tonight is a progress report on our work to build a new City Hall. For anyone new here, in August of 2022, an early morning fire forced the closure of City Hall, displacing hundreds of workers. The damage was significant, enough for us to call a bond election to ask the community whether to repair the 1970s era facility or replace it. Last May, by a margin of nearly 70%, voters approved building something new. Since then, we have been hard at work to develop designs to get ready for construction. Like the comprehensive master plan, building a city hall takes a methodical approach. Most importantly, it requires community feedback to develop its design. And since we are building something new, we also have the opportunity to redesign the Municipal Center campus. The campus serves as the home for City Hall, the library, fountain, and pedestrian plaza. So, like the comprehensive plan, we have held community meetings, public hearings, and surveys to gather input for its design. That feedback has led to the following. City Hall will be relocated closer to Arapahoe Road, where it will have a more visual presence. We also heard loud and clear that preserving trees was important, so the site plan was adjusted to impact as few as possible and to add more. The community also emphasized the significance of the trails surrounding the campus. It will remain and connect to an updated central plaza. This area honors Richardson's history, with the fountain area as the focal point. Looking toward the future, we will be adding new public art to the site. The community also told us it was important for the new City Hall to complement the design of the library. We kicked off construction of the library earlier this month with a ceremonial hammer smashing of a wall that will come down, you got me tickled there. It will come down as part of the renovation work. This is a preview of what to expect. As you can see, there are portions of the building that will remain familiar. However, there will also be additions that will feel brand new. The interior of the building is also being completely renovated to create modern space. These renovations are still a few years away. In the next few months, we also hope to bring the community renderings of the final design of the new City Hall and municipal campus. Construction on both those projects will begin before the end of the year. A new City Hall and renovated library, a revision to our city's master plan for long-term development, and an update to the council's goals to chart strategies for the near term. These are the biggest projects underway today. But city government is about so much more than just the things that make headlines. It's the everyday programs, projects, and services that make an impact. Before we focus more on those, I want to take a moment to recognize the community volunteers and city management team who helped get it all done. Our boards and commissions are groups established either by the city charter or state law. The people who serve on them volunteer their time, knowledge, and expertise to make decisions and recommendations that mold our community. Our management team is led by City Manager Don Magner, along with his assistant city managers and other staff. I would like to ask all of our boards and commission members and staff present tonight to please stand so we can recognize you and thank you for making a difference. Please stand. Thank you. Thank you again. Y'all are amazing. At this time, I would like to introduce Mayor Pro Tem Arfin Shamshul to take my place and continue the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Dubé. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight. In our opening video, I told you one of the pillars to our success is the strength of our neighborhoods. Strong neighborhoods come from close-knit communities and municipal services that meet their needs. We are making investment to create this foundation through our annual budget. Here's a look now at its areas of focus.
The 2023-24 annual municipal budget focuses funding to address three key areas for continued investment. They are for infrastructure, police, fire, and other public safety initiatives, and employee retention and recruitment. Key to improving infrastructure this year are increases in spending to address accelerated inflation rates. The budget includes a more than 7% increase in funds to replace outdated equipment, more than 18% increase to go towards street and alley rehabilitation projects, and a near 30% increase for facility and park maintenance. These resources will allow for neighborhood street and alley pavement rehabilitation projects and maintenance for buildings and parks to improve facility lifespans and add hike and bike trails. It also allows for continued replacement programs of street signs, pavement markings, and streetlights. The expanded investment to support public safety includes police funding to replace 15 patrol vehicles and purchase 20 specialized cameras used for crime modeling and vehicle theft. New resources will also assist officers with mental and physical health assessments, provide peer support training, and to enhance community engagement programs. The fire department will also add 3 positions to improve major roadway response safety with the addition of a blocker vehicle. Replacements are also funded for a pumper truck, ambulance, 2 command vehicles, and fire inspection vehicle. In response to the competitive labor market, the city has also enacted new methods to recruit people from across the Metroplex and even the country. Signing initiatives, social media, and direct mail campaigns, and joint job fairs held with area partners are now regular programs to attract available workers. Strength of the local economy and property values allowed for all these initiatives to be achieved with no change to the property tax rate. This also allowed an increase in property tax exemptions for seniors to increase to $130,000. The city also continues to maintain its excellence in accountability and financial transparency by holding 5-star status in the Texas Comptroller's Transparency Recognition Program. The program recognizes public access to traditional finances, contracts and procurement, economic development, public pensions, and debt obligations. Richardson was the second city in Texas to receive the full complement of transparency stars from the State Comptroller's Office, which have been held since the program's creation. Transparency and frugal financial planning have also helped Richardson earn continued AAA status by both Moody's and Standard & Poor's. For the 14th year in a row, analysts from both agencies have reaffirmed the highest possible status, allowing the lowest interest rates possible as the Federal Reserve increases interest rates to combat inflation. Accountability and financial transparency are hallmarks of a well-run government, and Richardson's performance makes it an outlier in managing community resources.
One group that impacts our budget and services are our neighboring partners and legislative delegation. These are the federal, state, county, and neighboring city representatives who work with us locally or represent us in Austin or Washington, D.C. A few are here with us tonight. They include State Senator Bob Hall and a member from Senator Nathan Johnson's office. State Representative Angie Chen Button and Ana Maria Ramos are also here. Also, a member from the office of State Representative Mehela Plesa. Unfortunately, Collin County Commissioner Cheryl Williams was unable to join us tonight, but Dallas County Commissioner Andy Summerman is here tonight, along with City of Coppell Mayor Wes Mays. We would like you each to know how much we appreciate your partnership and dedication to our community. And we would like to ask you all to please stand so we can show you our support. It is my pleasure now to introduce Council Member Curtis Dorian to continue to the next part of our program.
Thank you, Arfin. I appreciate that. And thank you all for attending tonight, and welcome to Richardson. For decades, we have been able to tout our exceptional access to education. This single attribute is one of the greatest selling points to prospective residents and businesses looking to relocate to DFW. Here's a look now at what we have to offer.
What brought us back here was, family at the time, and then we needed a place to raise our child. I had grown up in the area, not going to Richardson schools, but it was the schools that brought us back into the particular part of the neighborhood that we're in.
I think our schools are really good. I have the luxury of knowing a lot of the people in the RISD system, and I think they're all phenomenal teachers, and they really care about our kids.
Everything has been lovely. The schools are top notch. The environment for the children to grow and to become, reach their full potential. I really love Richardson for that.
Richardson is one of the few places where a student can progress from preschool to a PhD without ever leaving the city. This educational foundation is formed by the Richardson and Plano Independent School Districts, Dallas and Collin County Community Colleges, and University of Texas at Dallas. The Richardson and Plano Independent School Districts are ranked among the best in the nation based on key statistics that include test scores, college readiness, graduation rates, and teacher quality. Both districts also offer tech-based curriculums, partnered with local employers to provide access to engineers and other trained professionals who work with students in and out of the classroom. Last year, one such partnership evolved at RISD's Berkner High School and STEM Academy, where Credit Union of Texas opened a fully functioning bank branch staffed by students. Applicants are selected based on academic performance and communication skills, providing learners with real-world financial services and banking experience. In addition to hosting its own signature programs, Plano ISD unveiled its new 82,000 square foot Fine Arts Center last May. The building includes a 1,500-seat auditorium, black box theater, dance rehearsal and performance spaces, and art studios. Dallas College's Richland campus also continues to strengthen and create bonds with RISD, PISD, the University of Texas at Dallas, and other campuses. To help alleviate teacher shortages, Dallas College is collaborating with RISD and PISD to create a new pipeline for aspiring educators. Funded in part by the U.S. Department of Education, paid apprenticeships are provided to college students to learn in a classroom setting while earning a teaching degree. The Richardson Independent School District was the first in the region to join the program, and last year, Dallas College graduated its first cohort, conferring 125 bachelor degrees. That success also led to the launch last March of a pilot early childhood education program. Supported by a $2.7 million Texas Workforce Commission grant to Dallas College's School of Education, the program is helping to expand regional childcare capacity. Last May, Dallas College's engineering, technology, math and sciences, and its manufacturing and industrial technology schools announced combined efforts with SMU, UNT, and UT Arlington to fast-track logistics industry research. The project is designed to spur innovations in the area of automation, cybersecurity, electrification, and workforce development. It is in addition to a Texas Blockchain Council partnership, announced last June to place students at the forefront of careers in cryptocurrency. That partnership includes a Bitcoin miner installation at the Richland campus. The Richland campus also worked closely with the University of Texas at Dallas in Richardson, which is a Carnegie-classified Tier 1 research university. Among their many collaborations, last year Dallas College and UT Dallas announced a partnership to study student educational pathways. The work will help improve statewide education policy and practices. UT Dallas is Richardson's leader in producing the talent that attracts and supports our local industries. And last year, it noted the launch of several new major projects, several of which could transform the way people communicate, work, and even what they could expect from their clothing. We begin with last summer's announcement of its participation in a new National Center in Cybersecurity program hosted by the U.S. Department of Transportation. The initiative, led by Clemson University, involves 9 universities and aims to develop strategies to protect the nation's transportation system. UT Dallas will lead research on data privacy and cybersecurity risks, focusing on areas like adversarial machine learning and blockchain applications for transportation systems. This work will help protect people as vehicles become more wirelessly connected to the nation's transportation system. Materials research on campus is also making notable strides. Last year, university researchers announced the creation of new carbon nanotube yarns, known as twistrons. Similar in look to traditional wool or cotton, twistrons can convert movement into electricity and can be sewn into textiles to harvest energy in clothing. The tubes are also the strongest and stiffest materials ever discovered and have a tensile strength that's about 100 times greater than steel. This and other materials research was boosted last year with the opening of a new research center to advance semiconductor technology. Called the Center for Harsh Environment Semiconductors and Systems, or CHESS, researchers are developing materials capable of withstanding extreme temperatures, radiation, and mechanical stress. The research aids in the development of quantum computing, autonomous vehicles, space exploration, and national defense. The work at CHESS is also supporting North Texas's semiconductor workforce development, aiding federal goals to enhance semiconductor research and manufacturing in the United States. UT Dallas also noted several significant expansions last year, including last October's opening of the Texas Instruments Biomedical Engineering and Sciences building on the UT Southwestern campus. The facility includes a biodesign center with labs for equipment development and testing space for research trials and device fabrication. The facility is the result of a collaboration between UT Dallas and UT Southwestern Medical Center, bringing researchers from both universities together to develop medical technologies. Work is also progressing on the Edith and Peter O'Donnell Jr. Athenaeum, which broke ground in 2022 on the UT Dallas campus. The 12-acre complex will include a second location for the Crow Museum of Asian Art, a performance hall, and a museum for Latin American art, creating a new cultural district. Being a location for recognized schools and teachers, and programs that focus on technology, management, the arts, and programs that nurture community innovation and entrepreneurship. These help make Richardson an outlier in access to education.
Thank you. As you've heard in the last video, we are very fortunate to work with some of the leading educational institutions available in North Texas, and even the world. Every year, we invite educators, superintendents, school board members, and college campus presidents to join us. We would like to recognize the representatives from Richardson ISD, Plano ISD, and the University of Texas at Dallas. Please stand so we can show you our community pride in the success and amazing programs you bring. It is my pleasure now to introduce Council Member Jennifer Justice. Let's continue our program.
Thank you, Councilman Dorian. As you just watched, our local campuses generate a well-educated workforce. This acts as a magnet for businesses and industry, and we're proud to host some of the most desirable employers you can find in the world. A key factor in boosting our economic growth is our streamlined approach, designed to facilitate efficiency. This sets us apart as an ideal destination for investment.
I've worked in the area I've worked in Richardson for a decade now, so it's been really nice to see it grow. I feel like things have changed a lot.
Here, we have all the modern conveniences. The cultural diversity is amazing. I mean, all of the restaurants within a stone's throw, you can have, amazing Hispanic food or Asian food or, it's just all down the line. Just tremendous diversity.
I think Richardson's the place to be because it's close to the city. If you really like that city moment, you can just hop down Beltline and be in Addison. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. It's my favorite part, actually. I came here for the food and the diversity of that. And then, it's just right in the center of everything.
Richardson is in the heart of the 6th largest labor pool of tech workers in the nation. DFW's job growth and affordability also places Richardson in one of the prime spots for future entrepreneurial growth and corporate relocations. One such move happened last July, with Austin Circuit Design relocating its headquarters to the Richardson Innovation Quarter, a district globally known for its history of technical research and development. The IQ attracts operations looking to take advantage of the synergies uniquely available in the area because of its high concentration of semiconductor and other research, product development, and production. Richardson alone accounts for 11.4% of all of Texas's semiconductor output, equaling nearly $1.5 billion in annual gross product. Key to that performance is Texas Instruments' new 300mm semiconductor wafer fabrication plant expansion, which came online in September. Dubbed RFAB 1 and 2, TI plans to produce 100 million analog chips per day at the Richardson facility. It is one of 8 semiconductor manufacturing operations located within the community. This expansion helps position North Texas, and specifically Richardson, as a hub for semiconductor manufacturing and is in alignment with federal efforts to reshore supply chains that are critical for innovation and national security. The Richardson Innovation Quarter is also home to semiconductor and other tech-focused manufacturing and operations, and is growing global recognition as a hub to develop next-generation products and designs. The IQ also hosted several relocations last year, including the April opening of Allegro Microsystems' newest research and development center. It was followed in May by MCI Diagnostic Center's announcement to expand its headquarters, growing biochemistry and laboratory processors in its National Clinical Diagnostic Laboratory. Fostering these types of developments is the IQ HQ, located in the heart of the IQ and jointly run by the City of Richardson and the University of Texas at Dallas. Started in 2022, the joint venture supports startup and scale-up businesses, creating synergies with the area designers and suppliers. The university's involvement also attracts unique opportunities, notable of which was last September's announcement of a $30 million Department of Defense award to create prototype energy storage systems. The project will be based in the IQ and will develop and commercialize new battery technologies with the goal of improving raw material options and creating energy storage training programs. This work will aid to build U.S. leadership in battery technology and workforce development. The award is the largest federal allocation the university has received and is expected to leverage more than $200 million in private capital. Additionally, the IQ is also the focus of city investments for transportation improvements. Last summer, reconstruction work on Glenville Drive between Campbell and Arapahoe Roads began. The project includes infrastructure for future expansion to promote autonomous vehicles and other unforeseen developments as advancements are made and become more commonplace. Transportation improvements for today's and future technologies are key elements of the city's comprehensive plan, which is currently being updated and will be revised around the end of next year. It includes guidelines for transit-oriented developments, which aim to maximize the amount of residential, business, and leisure space located within walking distance of public transit. It all adds up to the many local enhancements that make Richardson an outlier in attracting quality of life enhancement through community and economic development to create a stable tax base.
There are many communities across the nation with a thriving business climate, but our ability to host tech-based, clean, high-paying employers is unique. The foundation that supports this, without a doubt, is the presence of the University of Texas at Dallas in Richardson. UTD has been called the MIT of the Southwest, and we are very grateful for the relationship we have with Dr. Benson and his administration. They take an active role in building the university and our community. We also appreciate the confidence in Richardson shown by Austin Circuit Design, Allegro Microsystems, and MCI Diagnostics, which you heard about in the video. We've asked representatives from each of those companies to join us here tonight. We would like to ask them and our UT Dallas representatives again to please stand so we can thank you for your role in helping Richardson to be a world-class business leader. It is my pleasure now to introduce Councilmember Dan Barrios, who has more on other investments being made to strengthen our community.
Thank you, Councilwoman Justice. And before I begin, I just want to take a moment to recognize my mom, Ms. Ninfa Barrios, who is in the audience this evening. She was not able to join us last spring when I got sworn in because she was sick that week, but she did join us this evening. So thanks, Mom, for being here. And I promise, Jennifer, I'm coming back on script. Okay, here we go. For most of us, the typical day revolves around family, work, laundry, or lawn care. To create variety, we support local art groups that bring live theater, music, art, and other performances. We also attract outside investments to create local destinations. This is especially true in our downtown area, where we're seeing a lot of new projects.
Richardson is a really tight-knit community. Everybody is it's a really supportive place. From my experiences with Richardson and going to school events and just community events with my daughter, everyone's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, we love the trails, right, that are great off of Renner, and we love, you know, all of the new businesses that they're bringing in, especially small businesses, and Richardson is just so close in proximity to, you know, everywhere that we usually want to get to, but for us, it's just the community, and this just being able to have, you know, access to the outdoors around here as well.
I would say the sense of community, that there's still some trees to be seen and parks to be walked around in. There's still a lot of family, young families, but then empty nesters, so there's a good demographic. I think there's good diversity here, but you're so close to being in a city, you're not far from anything either. A good airport, big city shopping, restaurants and stuff too.
Richardson's core district is attracting a resurgence in growth. Since 2009, the city has made extensive investments in the area, updating drainage, streetscapes, landscaping, park features, and trails. The goal is to create a walkable, pedestrian-oriented entertainment destination that includes downtown, Heights, interurban, Lockwood, and the Chinatown neighborhoods. This is catching attention of investors, including the new Belt plus Main mixed-use development being erected just east of US 75 on Beltline Road. Scheduled to be completed later this year, the project includes hundreds of multifamily and townhome residences and space for retail stores. Some recent openings and announcements for the area include Happy Hippie Brewing Company, Partenope Restaurant, and Beyond the Bar, the first alcohol-free bottle shop in the Metroplex. They joined Staycation Coffee, Four Bullets Brewery, and the Lockwood Distilling Company, who have found Richardson to be an easy and efficient place to set up shop. Easy permitting for anything from restaurants to corporate headquarters has helped Richardson gain the reputation as the place that gets it right when it comes to development. The city offers an express permitting program for small business owners, providing a guaranteed plan review time of 3 to 5 business days from date of submittal and enhancing the customer experience. This also attracts experiential entrepreneurs. One recent application was for the Colorado-based Shredder Skiing and Snowboarding Training School. Council approved a special permit last November, allowing the business to come in near the core district across from DART's Arapahoe Rail Station. It is the company's first location to open in Texas. In the core district, part of the revitalization strategy includes a building modernization program. Existing and incoming businesses can apply for grants to receive funding from the city for interior and exterior building improvements. The program functions as a way to incrementally update outdated buildings by helping businesses with renovation costs. Alamo Drafthouse is one such recipient, which is slated to start more than $1 million renovation at its Heights Shopping Center locations. Famous for its unique cinema experience, special events, and for being the first to have a strict no talking, no texting policy during screenings, the Richardson Heights location was the first chosen for the chain when it decided to open in the DFW market. The Richardson location also announced earlier this month that it has signed a 10-year extension to its lease, keeping a valuable anchor to the core district's list of attractions. Richardson homeowners looking to extend the life of their property can also apply for city assistance to have renovation costs reimbursed through Richardson's Home Improvement Incentive Program. Last year, the program incentivized more than $30 million in neighborhood reinvestment and more than $180 million since the program began in 2007. Local art groups also provided support in the form of grant funds, amounting to nearly $350,000 last year. The funding supports the Symphony Orchestra, Community Band, Theater Center, Repertory Company Theater, Chamber Music Society, Visual Art Society, and several ballet and other groups. Additional funding has also been set aside this year to support opportunities for special programming. The city has increased its support of developing new special events since the decline of COVID impacts. They include the Culture in the Core, Light Up Lockwood, and Lunar New Year experiences, each of which held their second annual events during the last year. Last year, Richardson's Corporate Challenge also celebrated its 25th year. The event is a 10-week Olympic-style competition launched every August, bringing some of DFW's largest employers to compete against each other in athletic and non-athletic events. Corporate Challenge also raises money for Special Olympics Texas and has raised more than $3 million since its inception. Some Corporate Challenge events are held at Sherrill Park Golf Course, which also celebrated an August milestone, hitting its 50th anniversary. As a late birthday gift of sorts, Course 2 at Sherrill Park closed this month to undergo a complete redesign and will reopen later this year. Until then, a new 18-hole disc golf course is now available for play at Breckenridge Park. Open last November, the Breckenridge Disc Golf Course is one of the largest such courses in North Texas. Of course, the most notable anniversary celebration held last year was Richardson's sesquicentennial, or 150th birthday. The near 6-month celebration engaged people across the community with storytelling, image sharing, and local businesses creating a Richardson-flavored ice cream and candle scent. The 50-year-old time capsule buried in 1973 was also opened, revealing artifacts significant to people of that time, from Sears catalogs, hair rollers, and cassette tapes, to menus and even a disposable diaper. As part of the celebration, a new time capsule was unveiled containing items that will be revealed to a new audience in 2073. These are several ways Richardson works to be an outlier in community service and amenities.
As you heard in the video, we have dozens of local art groups in our community. They play a vital role in our cultural and social fabric, which is why we dedicate funds every year in their support. We are also very proud to serve as home for the Miss Texas Scholarship Competition. It crowns role models for aspiring community leaders who seek a path to make a difference. Miss Texas Ellie Bro, Miss Texas Teen Natalie Poveda, Miss Richardson Elizabeth Smith, Miss Richardson's teen Kaylee Robertson, and from the Miss Texas Board of Directors, Executive Director Jan Mitchell are each here with us tonight. Richardson Symphony Orchestra conductor Clay Corturio, Executive Director Lori Garvey, and Board Chair Leslie Benson are also here. We've also invited creators and performers from many local theater, art, and culture groups. If you work with or as a member of our cultural arts community, please stand so we can thank you. And thank you. Here's Councilmember Joe Corcoran to speak more on our work to improve community infrastructure.
Thank you, Councilmember Dan Barrios, for that wonderful introduction. I am so excited to be here with y'all tonight. At the beginning of our presentation, Mayor Doobie explained how investments in infrastructure are one of our top 3 budget priorities this year. Infrastructure investment will always be part of our story because it's what brings water to your home. It provides ways for you to get to where you want to go and literally creates the foundation for our quality of life. Here's a closer look at some of the projects that we've completed recently or currently have underway.
I tell them we have great tree-lined neighborhoods with wonderful schools and neighbors, great community assets like community center. We have a nice library. Everything's kind of accessible. We have bike lanes. It's just a really great place to raise a family or experience diverse cultures. I mean, Richardson has a lot going for it, and we've definitely brought some people that were new to the area to Richardson, and they chose to move here because of just how nice it is.
This year alone, Richardson dedicated more than $180 million in infrastructure projects. These bring new roads, water mains, building improvements, and all other municipal facilities that you can find below, on, and above ground. Key to these projects is progress on bond programs approved by voters. Last year, engineers recorded the completion of construction or design of more than a dozen 2015 and 2021 bond projects. This includes the reconstruction or addition of nearly 8 miles of alleys, nearly 12 miles of new sidewalks, and newly renovated playgrounds include Mark Twain, Woodhaven Grove, Terrace, Breckenridge, and Berkner Parks. Improvements also includes nearly 3 miles of new water mains and more than 9 miles of new or rehabilitated roads. Currently under construction are the complete replacements of Custer Road between Arapahoe and Campbell Roads, West Prairie Creek Boulevard between Collins Boulevard and Campbell Road, and Glenville Drive between Collins Boulevard and Arapahoe Road. Several projects from the 2021 bond program are also under design. One of the most anticipated is the renovations coming to the animal shelter. Its new design will increase attention and visibility, bringing a more retail-like atmosphere with a modern, open, and inviting space to improve the visitation experience for future pet owners. Smoke testing of the city's sewer system also continued last year to determine the state of underground pipes that carry wastewater out of homes and businesses. Started in 2017, smoke testing is part of an ongoing citywide effort to help determine future funding for maintenance projects. It's also a piece of several city programs underway to meet EPA requirements established to ensure effective maintenance of wastewater infrastructure. One of the largest water capacity projects in the city's history started last fall with the 825 Pressure Zone Water Capacity Improvement Project. The city has 3 pressure zones for water supply: the 825, the 767, and the 700, with each number describing the height above sea level that water can be stored in each system. The 825 project will expand the capacity of the city's water distribution system by 15 million gallons per day and create capacity for the 767 zone to provide more water for new development and growing demands. The project is currently under construction and is expected to be completed in fall 2025. It is being completed in partnership with the North Texas Municipal Water District. Last summer, construction also began to allow the future opening of the Apollo Road property project. The 26-acre parcel is located near Huffines Park. It was purchased in 2014, and a study and concept plan developed in 2021 called for a first phase to the park's development to include a small parking lot and general practice sports field. Future phases of development could include multiple sports fields, a playground and picnic area, and a hike and bike trail surrounding the park. Richardson's hike and bike trail system spans more than 50 miles, and last year work was completed to update more than 4 miles of the network. This year, an additional 2 miles will also be added to the system. with a goal of having all Richardson's parks connected by a trail system, as outlined by the city's Trailway Master Plan. Serving as an update to the Trailways and Bicycle Facilities Plan, last January, Richardson transportation engineers completed development of the city's first active transportation plan. It improves Richardson's transportation network by advocating for non-motorized travel options and the establishment of pedestrian and bicycle-friendly connections to key destinations. Of course, Richardson is a first-ring urban suburb of Dallas, which also requires substantial investments in multimodal transportation corridors. In addition to maintaining roads and other surfaces, considerable resources are also placed toward technological advancements to reduce congestion as much as possible. Last year, a signal timing synchronization project for 70 intersections along Beltline, Coit, and Spring Valley roads began. It was joined by the upgrade of 40 video detection systems and 10 additional camera systems at traffic intersections across the city, which help enhance traffic management and monitoring. A collaboration with UT Dallas researchers from the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science is also bringing AI into Richardson's traffic signal timing system. Called Distributed Agent-Based Traffic Lights, or DALI, the system uses computers to operate lights at test intersections. The system analyzes traffic data, executes a timing strategy that improves traffic flow. After an initial test of the system in 2018 on Waterview Parkway in front of the campus, the city now operates a total of 9 DALI locations. The most recent study shows a 40% reduction in delays on average and a 43% reduction in delays during weekday peak hours. The heart of Richardson's multimodal transportation service is the community's membership in the Dallas Area Rapid Transit, or DART. Last year, DART celebrated its 40th anniversary of service to Richardson and the Metroplex, and today, Richardson hosts the largest number of light rail stations than any city outside Dallas. Richardson also hosts the system's most traveled bus route, the Comet Cruiser, and has an annual volume of more than 1 million passengers. DART's Red Line has 4 stations in the community, and a 5th is now under construction on the UT Dallas campus, which will serve as one of the stops for the Silver Line. Scheduled to start service by 2025, the Silver Line will create a 26-mile connection from Plano to DFW Airport, with stops in Richardson and 6 other cities. It will also connect with routes that go further west, via TexRail and Denton County's A-Train, providing access to downtown Fort Worth and Denton. Support structures for the Silver Line are also now in place for a new bridge that will span over US 75. The design will serve as an iconic feature and gateway to the community. A more than 56-mile-long trail is also being constructed parallel to the rail line that will also connect to the Fort Worth to Dallas, Dallas to McKinney, and Denton to Dallas regional trails. It is all part of a system that works together to make Richardson an outlier in providing a solid infrastructure for service.
Well, as the mayor said earlier, they don't always make the headlines, but our focus on infrastructure is what makes a difference to our daily lives. As you just saw, 2 important partners we have are the North Texas Municipal Water District and the Dallas Area Rapid Transit. Richardson has been a member of the Water District since 1956, and we are one of the founding members of DART, which was formed in 1983. Water District Board member Randy Rowland is here with us tonight. Also, former Richardson Mayor Gary Slagle is here as well, and he serves as our representative on the DART board. We're also proud to report that last year, he was elected chairman of the DART board. The board plays a crucial role in governing and overseeing the operations of the entire organization, including budget decisions and long-term mass transit plans. We are pleased to have executive staff from both DART and the district with us tonight. We would like to ask all the members of the DART and Water District delegations to please stand so that we can thank you for your service and support to our community. They're right there. I now have the opportunity to introduce Councilmember Ken Hutchenrider, who will provide an update on our health and safety.
Well, good evening, everyone. Sorry, they've got to adjust everything. They saved the tallest for last. Community health care and public safety are interconnected. One focuses on promoting our well-being, while the other is more focused on our security, but they are connected in their shared goal of ensuring the well-being and safety of everyone. Here's a look now at some of the most recent health and safety advancements made during the past year.
Efforts to improve community healthcare and public safety requires collaboration between city government, healthcare providers, law enforcement, emergency responders, and community organizations. In Richardson, these partners include the Dallas and Collin County Health Departments, Methodist Health System, network of community ministries, and many local private providers and healthcare schools. Last April, Dallas County Health and Human Services opened a new immunization clinic in the city. Located on West Beltline Road near Coit, the Richardson Branch Immunization Clinic provides immunizations to children who are eligible for the Texas Vaccine for Children program. Underinsured adults in the Adult Safety Net program are also served, along with reduced price vaccinations available for the entire community. Last July, Richardson also welcomed the opening of the Galen College of Nursing, the second nursing education campus to open in the city in the past 2 years. Galen College of Nursing is an affiliate of Medical City Healthcare and offers a 3-year Bachelor of Science Nursing, as well as associate and vocational nursing programs. It joins West Coast University, which opened in Richardson in 2022, offering bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees in nursing, healthcare, and business. These new services will help fill a current nursing shortage being experienced across North Texas. Methodist Richardson Medical Center is Richardson's largest provider, and with more than 1 million people in its service area, it also serves as a hub for northeastern Dallas, Collin, and parts of Rockwell County. This area is one of the fastest growing in the nation, which is what's driving the hospital's continued expansion. Last June, the hospital completed work to add emergency room capacity with 10 new beds and completion of a new medical lab and pharmacy. More space is also under construction to add another 10-bed ER and trauma expansion, with an expected completion date for this summer. Construction is also underway to finish out space to add 75 more beds that will include an intensive care unit, an intermediate care unit, and a medical surgery unit. The hospital also continues progress on efforts to expand its level of available emergency medical services. In 2022, it earned Level 3 Trauma and Comprehensive Stroke Center designations, and is currently working to achieve a Level 2 Trauma designation by the end of next year. Level 3 Trauma is an advanced center designation showing the center has round-the-clock access to emergency medicine physicians and available trauma surgeons. The Comprehensive Stroke Center designation is the highest level of certification possible for hospitals, showing specific abilities to treat the most complex stroke cases. Methodist Richardson Medical Center also works closely with the University of Texas at Dallas, which offers medical-related degrees in fields ranging from neuroscience and psychology to biotechnology and biomedical engineering. Methodist's collaboration with Richardson Fire Department emergency medical personnel also helped the city earn the 2023 Mission Lifeline EMS Gold recognition by the American Heart Association. This is the 8th consecutive year Richardson has received this prestigious recognition, which recognizes exceptional care of severe heart attack patients. Those services are provided by Richardson Fire Department paramedics, who undergo extensive training and education. Paramedics staff all Richardson ambulances, which also added an additional unit to Station 6 last October. The new ambulance will provide coverage for the Breckenridge area as well as providing backup to the rest of the city. Richardson's rapid fire response and coverage also helps the city to maintain its ISO Class 1 rating. Class 1 is the highest ranking available for fire protection services and is judged on factors like equipment, staffing, response capabilities, available water supply, and communication system. This high rating also results in lower property insurance premiums for Richardson property owners because of the lower risk of property damage due to fires. The rating is a distinction held by fewer than 1% of fire departments across the nation. Richardson's police department also continues to build its own accolades. One of the most significant surrounds the annual National Night Out celebration. Last year marked the 40th anniversary for National Night Out across the country, and Richardson's 34th year with the event. During that time, Richardson's participation has ranked first in the nation on many occasions for our population category. Last October, 130 block parties were held in Richardson neighborhoods, bringing people together to foster camaraderie and harmony between the community and law enforcement. This year, the Richardson Police Department received second place in the national competition for National Night Out activities. Meanwhile, last January, the agency's negotiations unit took first place in the annual Crisis Negotiations Competition, one of the most prestigious of its kind. The unit trains to preserve life during critical incidents by resolving conflict without the use of force. Crime prevention strategies are key to neighborhood safety. With that in mind, the Richardson Police Department updated the way it delivers community crime reports. Updated daily, use of LexisNexis allows the community around-the-clock access to crime reports on a map using various filters, including location, crime type, and address. The reports allow the community and law enforcement ways to identify crime rates, patterns, and trends. This information is useful to build crime prevention strategies, such as community policing, targeted patrols, and public awareness campaigns to reduce the likelihood of future occurrences. To assist with crime fighting and emergency medical and fire response, last year the city started a project to upgrade its police and fire radio system. The new system will allow emergency responders to more easily share crucial information quickly and enhances the ability to communicate and share information seamlessly with other emergency workers. The project also encompasses the implementation of a state-of-the-art integrated fire alerting system, which improves automated dispatch, response times, and reporting capabilities. Healthcare, specialized campuses, and professional institutions all work together to make Richardson an outlier in health and safety.
Wow. Just remember, if you're going to have a heart attack, have it here in Richardson. Sorry, Jennifer. I know firsthand the difference that can be made in working with partners to improve levels of service. In the video, you heard about the role these collaborations play with my very own Methodist Richardson, Amy's West Coast College, Galen College of Nursing, and our emergency medical and crisis negotiation teams. Representatives from each of these groups are here with us tonight. I would like to ask them to please stand, and I invite everyone to join me in showing our appreciation for their work enhancing our quality of life and truly saving lives. Fire department's always on the back row. It's my pleasure now to welcome back Mayor Bob Doobie to close out this evening's presentation. Bob, on behalf of all of us, thanks for including us.
Well, thank you, Ken, and thanks to all the rest of the council members. It's been a great night. So it's time now to look at the year ahead. First, I would like to talk about changes in store for the program formerly known as the Richardson's Mayor's Summer Internship Program. For the past 5 years, it has provided opportunities for RISD students to gain real-world connections as they prepare for the workforce. The Richardson Independent School District is expanding it, turning it from an 8-week summer opportunity and combining it with their professional internship program that runs an entire semester. This change will start this fall, and it will nearly double the size of the summer program. This is a great opportunity because the program offers critical early learning and hands-on experiences with local businesses. I would like to thank the Richardson Independent School District for its leadership and daily operation of the program. I would also like to thank our Richardson Chamber of Commerce for helping to make connections with our local employers who provide these internships. We are thankful to have all of them to support our future generations as they transition from their education and into their future jobs and careers. Also, on the horizon is a work to create and appoint 3 new council advisory groups. They will be part of our boards and commissions, which we recognized earlier. In November and December, the council approved the formation of 2, One is the Community Inclusion and Engagement Commission. It will be a permanent addition to our boards and commissions and will act in an advisory capacity to the City Council to advance harmony, encourage inclusion and participation, and further engagement and outreach on issues such as diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. The other group created last month was the Bicycle Pedestrian Advisory Committee. Its work will advocate improvements for cycling and walking in Richardson, and it will help us increase our bike-friendly community rating from bronze to silver. Applications for both open this month, and we will appoint members soon to fill in these roles. Our third new group will be for a Charter Review Commission. This group is formed every 10 years and is charged with making recommendations for changes to our municipal charter. The charter is our form of a constitution. It outlines the duties and responsibilities of local government and sets forth how our community chooses to govern itself. The Charter Review Commission will suggest updates, which will then be reviewed by the council, and voters will make the final choice on what amendments to make. This will be an important opportunity for the community, and I hope you take the opportunity to learn more as the charter review process gets underway later this year. Excuse me. That is going to do it for this year's address. As the council members join me on stage, we would like to thank everyone here and those watching for joining us for this event. We hope this presentation fills you with pride in this community and with the knowledge that we are exceptional outliers in the DFW Metroplex. We hope you feel it through every encounter, every experience, and in our daily service. You are a part of that success. And we would like to ask for one final round of applause, recognizing you, the people who help make the state of our city strong. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our presentation. Please join us in the lobby for a reception following this. And thank you and good night, and thank you.